Good day to you and welcome to this short video. My name's Dr. Simon Wade, known as the Webinar GP, and that's because I'm the founder and host of Webinars for GPs, weekly live and interactive CME webinars for GPs. So it's online GP CPD, the smart modern way. You can do it from the comfort of your own home, and you can access these online web-based CPD seminars for GPs and nurses. You can access using your smartphone, tablet device such as an iPad, laptop or home computer. You can even dial in and listen by telephone if you don't have an internet access. So it's really a fantastic way to get your CPD without traveling. You save time, you save money, and a much better work-life integration. And those who love you at home will appreciate this modern way of you doing CPD. So the next CME webinar is Constipation and Abdominal Pain in Children, and that's taking place on Thursday the 21st of May at 8 p.m. BST. Dr. Pratibha Rao, full name is Dr. Pratibha Rao. She likes to be known as Patty. Patty is a consultant paediatrician at Kettering General Hospital and also Woodland hospitals, and she'll be presenting on constipation and abdominal pain in children. And the webinar will consist of two short presentations on recurrent abdominal pain and chronic constipation in children, with an emphasis on the management in primary care and the indications for referral on to secondary or tertiary care. So I'll just go through the learning outcomes for this webinar. Firstly, you'll get an understanding of the complex nature of recurrent abdominal pain in children with an illustrative case. Secondly, you're going to learn how to recognize the small number of children who may have organic pathology, very important. Thirdly, indications for referral to secondary care will be covered. Fourthly, we're going to cover the pathophysiology, signs and symptoms and treatment of chronic constipation in children. And then fifthly, we're going to go through a recap of the NICE guidance on chronic constipation. So you can register for this webinar at www.webinarsforgps.com/next-CME-webinar. That's www.webinarsforgps.com/next-CME-webinar. And this webinar is the equivalent of one CPD credit. It'll run from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. British Summer Time. And obviously, if you can show impact when you write up your reflection notes and your subsequent practice, if you can show that your clinical practice has changed, then in terms of the UK appraisal and revalidation and how we assess CPD, you can double up your CPD credits that you claim for this learning exercise if you can show impact. So a little bit about Dr. Pratibha Rao. Dr. Rao has had nearly 20 years experience as a consultant paediatrician at Kettering District General Hospital, and Dr. Rao's had the opportunity in that time to assess and manage a large number of children with abdominal problems, both as an inpatient and in the outpatient setting. And Dr. Rao's contributed to several regional meetings, and she recently presented on a county-wide GP protected learning time session on this topic back in February, and I was impressed, and the feedback from the audience was very good. So I invited Patty to come and do a similar talk as a webinar, and I'm very pleased that she agreed. So remember, when you register for the webinar, you'll be emailed a unique set of login details. They're unique to you. And if you register but can't make the live webinar, as long as you've have registered, then you'll get an email within 48 hours of the live session, and that will contain a link so that you can access the recording at your leisure. So I really hope you'll register and join us on the webinar, and hope you enjoy the webinar when you come on. And on the actual page, webinarsforgps.com/next-CME-webinar, you'll see the if you're not an IC24 clinician who subscribes and can access for free, And if you're not a paying subscriber, then you can pay a small fee and invest for this webinar as a one-off, and you'll see that the yellow button on the page, webinarsforgps.com/next-CME-webinar. You'll see a yellow button, so you can pay the small fee and register for this webinar, or you can scroll further down the page and click the big orange button and take the £10 trial. So you can access for 30 days a weekly live webinar, so that's 4 webinars over 30 days, and get access to the recording. Obviously, you can download your personal learning points after the webinar, complete those, download them, and you'll get a downloadable CPD certificate. So it's the smart modern way to do CPD. Remember, my name is Dr. Simon Wade, the Webinar GP, founder of the live and interactive groundbreaking service since January 2013. I've been offering live and interactive CME webinars for GPs using a webinar platform, and thousands of colleagues have had a go at a webinar, and we've got a good loyal following. So really hope you'll try it out. If you've not been on a webinar before, check out the website, webinarsforgps.com. There's lots more information there, and there's even an offer to get 5 free webinar recordings if you want to taste it that way. So Thursday, the 21st of May, Dr. Pratibha Rao, constipation and abdominal pain in children. Thanks for your time, and I wish you a very pleasant rest of your day. Bye for now.